let's listen.
Welcome to Man on the Street. Today I'm talking with one of the best music promoters and industry execs in American music history. He has over 35 years of experience in the recording industry, and he rose to the top of the ladder quick in promotions as he broke bands like Rod Stewart, Uriah Heep, Jerry Lee Lewis, Bachman Turner Overdrive, the New York Dolls, and many, many more. It's Mr. Jack Ashton. Jack, thank you for joining me today on Man on the Street. How are you?
Hey, Jamie, it's great to be back here in Michigan. I really love Detroit and all my hometown friends and everything. I'm looking forward to this interview. Thank you.
Your huge career in music has Detroit roots. Even though you've lived most of your life in Southern California, and that's where your career thrived, and you started working for the big record companies, tell me, how did your music career get started here in the Motor City?
Well, everything started here, Jamie, for me back when I was a lead singer in a band when I was living in Detroit back in 1965. And then I moved to Birmingham, Michigan from Detroit, and then in high school I managed about 5 bands, and they all played at the Grandy Ballroom. And then I was booking them in front of Bob Seger and the Last Herd, because that was the name of the band back then, the Herd, and then also Ted Nugent, the Amboy Dukes, many, many groups, and all the big headliners at the Grandy Ballroom. And then went after all that and working at a record store in Birmingham, Michigan, and knowing Punch Andrews and my friend Tom Weschler, who was the road manager for Bob Seger during those early years. Punchy and Thomas were the people who got me my first record job at Mercury Records.
You've worked with some big names in the music industry. Do you still have close relationships with some of those people? Who are they, and possibly do you still work with them?
Well, some of the big names that I've worked with through the years, besides the ones I already mentioned, were, because I was with Polygram Records as well, which in the early days I toured and took Joe Elliott with Def Leppard around to radio stations. I worked with the Scorpions, I worked with Ritchie Blackmore's Rainbow, John Cougar Mellencamp back in those days when it was Hurt So Good and Jack and Diane, which were the 2 big hits that made them. And you know, today I keep in touch with John Waite. I haven't talked to Joe Elliott in quite some time, but we have spoken, and you know, it's difficult because everybody's so busy doing what they do in the music industry. So it's you know, those were amazing times, and I just, you know, it's hard to keep in touch with all of them.
As we head to the end of 2022, I hate to say that, but fall and winter of 2022 and into 2023, what does the future hold for Jack Ashton professionally?
Yeah, well, coming in the new year, Jamie, it looks going to be really bright, and I'm going to be working with Crazy Babies, Ozzy Reborn here in Detroit. That's why I'm here, and wanting to go forward with them and build their career as big as I possibly can. They're huge here in Detroit, and I'm also working with a brand new record companies. There's a lot going on in my life, and I'm looking forward to the new year. Thank you.
I want to thank Jack Ashton for joining me today on Man on the Street. And people, please keep up with him on his Facebook page, Jack Ashton, and keep up with what he has going on in the future coming up, as well as what's going on with Crazy Babies, Ozzy Reborn. It's going to be an exciting year. And we do love Boyd, we do love Amy. They're Man on the Street alumnus, so we wish them all the best. And we will see you next time on Man on the Street, because everybody has something to say, so let's listen. Take care, everyone.